Terrorizing.
Hey, what's up my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Metagate Air King. So here we are, and there he is, and first and foremost, usually we would take a quick look at the packaging, but this is a review sample. I did not get any actual packaging with this, but I do have an empty can of Vienna sausages, and that's the best I can do for you. Moving on. So here we have Air King, and this is Metagate's take on an MP, Beast Wars Terrorsaur. And here he is in his robot mode. I assume he's going to get packed in robot mode. This is how it was sent to me. So we're going to start off in robot mode. And first and foremost, I just want to say a big thank you to the good people at bumbusbee.net for sending this out my way to take a look at. Thank you so much. So let's get in close here so we can take a look not at his chest, but at his noggin. There's the noggin. It's a pretty nicely done face sculpt here. For me, anyway, the details are a little soft. I mean, you can kind of make out the mouth and everything, but details are a little soft. They kind of get lost in all the white in there. It could just be a case of the white also, just making those details not seem as prominent. Not a bad head sculpt. I gotta say, I love the coloration on this guy. The metallic red that they used is beautiful, just really pops. You got some nice silver in here as well. Got the little spots there. You can see the lovely texture, the molded texture here on the chest. And we'll see more of that throughout the body here. You can see a nice gunmetal gray in there. Some nice silvers. Get some more of those metallic reds. Just looks really good in my opinion. See the little claws there, picked out as well. You got some nice bright silver in there also, and again, love that molded texture here. There's big old fates. And moving up the back, he does have visible head syndrome, visible beast mode head syndrome. Hey, it's right there. You can say hi to you. But all in all, though, pretty good looking mold, in my opinion. Now, articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint, so you do have your wiggly waggly. You can look up, do total squirrel. Can look down, head can do a full 360. Arms can do a full 360. They are on a ratchet, can move in and out. You can see the little shoulder pad piece here can move out of the way if you needed to. You have bicep rotation. This wing is attached. This wing piece is attached to the bicep as well, so make sure that you're moving everything in tandem. You do have a double jointed elbow, so you have a nice full range of movements. You do have wrist rotation. You have inward movement due to transformation, although it looks like he just broke his wrist, but you know what? Thing that moves if you need it to move. The hands are posable. The thumb here is just on a hinge at the base that just moves up and down. And the fingers are just on a hinge at the base and a hinge right here. And I believe, no, I thought the index finger was a separate piece. It is not. You just have the four fingers. They're just on a hinge there and a hinge there. You do have waist rotation. You get a little bit of an ab crunch, not too much. One issue I have with mine, it could just be my copy, but like his belly, his belly piece does tab in right here. Sometimes that connection can get a little loose, and that can kind of come undone a little bit easy. I could just be doing something wrong. I'm not sure. I didn't get instructions with this, but that connection is a little bit on the loose side. It holds in well enough, but sometimes when you're moving him around, you can kind of undo that. You can move this little skirt panel out of the way, so legs can move forward that far, back, about that far, outward. You can do the full splits. You get a nice ratchet in there. You got thigh rotation. You have a nice deep knee bend over at 90 degrees. And here that's on a nice ratchet as well. The feet, they can move up a little bit. They can move down a lot. And you have a little bit of ankle tiltage. Now, as far as accessories go, you do get some weaponry. We get this blaster right here, done all in black with some bits of red. That looks quite nice. You do also get this weapon right here. Again, done all in black, with this section done kind of a pinkish color. So you get that as well. And we also get two these little cannons here, done in black with some silver, the post done in red. So you got some nice weaponry here. And of course you can hold said weaponry. It's the typical tab in the slot of the palm. Method of weapon holding. Now on this side it holds in a little loosely. Also bear in mind, again, this is a review sample, so things could very well be tweaked. Fingers crossed. But you just get that tabbed in, wrap his fingers around it. Now this one wants to fight me. How dare you? How dare you? You stay. You stay in your home. Yeah, you can see it holds it a little loosely, unfortunately. I mean, if worst comes to worst, that is fixable. But hopefully that's something that will be tweaked for the final. But there you go. We can pew pew bang bang. Pew pew bang bang. And all of that good stuff, question mark? But there you go. And as far as these go, you can plug these onto his shoulders. There are slots right up here on either side of his head. So just drop those down. And the posts are on ball joints, so you can take these and angle these however you wish. So there you have him all armed up. You do also get noggin options. We have some extra faces. Now, if you don't like the serious face he has, you can always give him an angry face here, where he's just more, grr, grr, You can have that if you want. If you don't like that, you can just have him smiling. Just have a happy, smiling Terrorsaur. Why not? Dare I say why not? And the faces just pop right off. You may need a tool to get in there, just to untab the face. And then we'll make him happy. We'll make him happy. So you just take the new face and just tab it on. And there you go. Now he is happy. He is the happiest Terrorsaur to ever terror. Options. They're good. And last but not least, you get a display base here, just done all in black. You can store your accessories underneath. You can store your blasters here. They just tab right in. The extra faces as well, just tab right in. Now, as far as these go, you can't store these underneath because these slots are too big. These do fit, but they end up hanging lower than the base, so it makes things kind of wobbly there, a little unstable, so that's no good. You can't tab them in up top because, again, this slot is way too loose. For some reason, these tabs, even though they fit underneath, up top, they don't want to go. It's too tight. So I didn't know. Again, I didn't get instructions with this, so I don't know. But as far as the base itself goes, there is a slot right here between his legs, so you can take the base and shove it firmly up the gooch. And there you go. You can have Terrorsaur in some flying poses, running poses, whatever you want to do poses. It's a place for him to stand and be sturdy. So there you have that, and now for comparison. Here he is with the Kingdom Terrorsaur, because it's all I got, as close as I got to Precious. Here he is with Masterpiece Cheetor, with MP Primal, with MP Tigatron, with Miss Black Arachnia, with Dinobots, and last but not least, with Megs. So, there you go. So that is basically it for the robot mode. Looks great in my opinion. I wish the weapons held in a little bit better. I wish the little torso piece held in a little bit better. But again, those are things that could be tweaked for the final. But those are the issues that I have with my copy as it stands right now, but it could just be my copy. But let's get down to transformation, shall we? Let's! So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to start off with the armular region. So what you want to do is you want to take this foot here, you want to bring this down, you want to rotate this entire wrist assembly 180 like so, and then take the fist and fold it up into that opening right there like that. You can just bring that down and you can rotate it out. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Just bring that down. You can swing this out too, just to give you a little leverage point. Swing that around, bring that up, tuck that fist in, bring that down, and rotate it forward. And we have that done. Moving up the arms, we can take this section here, just rotate this down. You want to take the entire arm here at the bicep and rotate it 180, so this groove is lined up with this ball joint here. You want to take this little shoulder piece, bring it out, rotate it 180, and then drop it down. And it will sit there just like so. And second verse, just like the first. Just rotate that down. Rotate the arm. Make sure that groove is lined up. Bring that shoulder piece out. Rotate it 180. Bring it down. And sit it there just like that. We can just kind of bring the arms out a little bit just to get them out of the way. And next thing we're going to do is come back here. We're just going to untab the beast mode head there. Take this panel, untab that, and just bring all of this up like so. You want to come back here to the back of his head, and this panel right here will flip up like that. And you can just kind of angle his head back and just bring this up and just kind of leave that sitting like that for now. Next, you're going to take this whole torso assembly here, just bring it up, and you're going to take this chest piece here. Rotate this up. The silver piece will fold down like that, and then you can take the arms, bring them forward, and just swing them in. Bring them forward and just swing them in, so they are sitting like that. And again, just kind of extend things here, just so you have room to work. So what we're going to do now is start working on the wings. So you just want to bring this section out. Fold this little panel down, and then you're just going to unfold. You're going to unfold and unfold and unfold. Then you're going to take this entire thing and rotate it 180, so you have that. And same thing on the other side. Just bring that out, unfold, lots of unfolding, unfold, unfold, and unfold. And we end the unfolding with a twist. Just kind of angle those down, and that's what you are working with right there. And now to start working on the lower body, we're going to take the waist and rotate it 180, like so. And you just want to bring the legs out a couple of clicks. You're going to take his butt plate here. You're going to bring it down. There's another little panel in here. We fold out. Bring all of this down, and then all of this will just slide down like so. And now we can work on the legular region. So what we're going to do here is we're going to open up this calf panel. Take the knee and undo that. Just bring that down like so. Just open that up, and then we're going to take the leg and just collapse it forward like that, and make sure that this section is sitting pretty much like that. What we're going to do here is we need to now, you stay in place. We're going to unfold this section here. You may need a tool just to help you get it started here. Just flip, come on, flip that a little bit out, like so. Then you have a panel here. You're going to flip back. You have a panel on the other side as well. You're going to flip back. They're going to tab together right here, like so. And once you have done that, you're going to take the foot and just bring it up like so. Then you're going to take this panel here on the thigh, flip that down, and you're going to rotate the leg in so it is sitting just like that. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Second verse, of course, just like the first. So undo that calf, undo that knee, just bring that down like so. Collapse that up, collapse. Got some nice ratchets in there. You can bring this down now if you want. And again, going to bring out this little piece. Again, you may need a tool just to help you get it started. So bring that down. Bring these panels back. Panels back. Tab them together. Now on my copy, on this side, they don't like the tab together. It seems like there's something interfering with this side to keep it from going as far as it needs to go. We have to shave something off, but I mean, it doesn't affect anything detrimentally, but just pointing it out. But then bring the tail up and rotate the leg in. And there you go. So once you've done that, you want to bring the legs in, and you have little tabs that will go into the slot right here on the side of this piece. So just bring that in. Bring it in, make sure these pieces stay out, and that should just plug right in, like so. Plug it in, plug it in, plug it in, plug it in. Get everything situated. And you have it looking just like that. So now that we have everything in this orientation, what we're going to do is we're going to start just collapsing this up. Just start collapsing it up to about here. Then we're going to take his head, just untab it, swing it under. There's actually a little groove in this section. This entire assembly is die cast, by the way. So there's a little groove here that the back of his head will sit in. And one thing that is imperative is to make sure that this little panel right here stays down and ends up between his legs, because if it ends up hitting this section right here, it'll keep everything from closing up. So make sure that this panel stays down and goes where it should. Straighten all this out like that, and make sure everything just drops where it's supposed to, like so. This panel will drop down and tab in right there, so just bring that down, and that will tab in like so. And you have these little tabs right here that will just tab in right underneath that section. So just pop those in on either side, like that. And then these bits right here will come down over these tabs on either side, like that. So once that is done, we're going to finish up the wings. This is going to sit in here. That's going to tab in right there, like so. Same thing on the other side. Just bring that down and tab that in. And if it's giving you a little bit of problem, just adjust the angle of this joint here. It's probably just not in the right spot. So you gotta make sure you hit that. You gotta make sure you hit that sweet spot. Make sure everything is just sitting the way it's supposed to. But it is doable. Of course, now it wants to fight me. Why? Because the camera's on. That's why. I usually didn't have any problem with this. I did it just fine in the JTI, but now, of course, when I'm trying to shoot the review proper, it wants to fight me all the more. There it is. There. It's just a case of futzing with the angles and just making sure you have everything just sitting just right, and that should just stay right in place. So there you go. We got the wings all done. And now it's time for my least favorite part, because we have to kind of push things past things, and you know I'm not a fan of that. But we're going to take this little panel, bring that out, and it's going to come over these sections here. Now, this problem could have been fixed by just having this panel come out just a little bit farther, like maybe like 2 millimeters farther is all it had to do, but that's as far as it goes. So we have to kind of get this up and over these two sections here. And I don't like this part. But once you do that, there we go. Once you do that, it should just drop down and sit right over those two tabs. But I really don't like the way you have to kind of force this over these pieces. Again, Metagate, lots of third-party companies need to learn this. When you're engineering these things, make the figure get out of its own way. That's imperative. That's good. Make that happen. Don't make us push things past things. That's not good. That leaves, you know, that always ups the chance of breakage and stuff. So don't do that. Make the figure get out of its own way. That panel just needed to move out just a little bit more. Whoop, would have cleared it just fine. That's it. But it is what it is. But we're at the home stretch here. So now, last thing we need to do is take these panels, bring them up. You have a tab right here. It's going to end up in this slot right here. So just bring this up, bring it up and over, and just kind of push this up, and that will tab in right there. And bring the other one up, swing it up, and again you have to kind of like flex this over the tab a little bit. Again, not a fan of that, but push that up, it'll tab right in, nice and secure like. Get him straightened out, and we need to bring the base back in because it's the only way we can get him properly displayed. It's a slot right there on the belly, tab that in. And there you go. There you have Air King, aka Terrorsaur, in his beast mode. And he looks good. I think he looks quite good. A little bit of fiddle factor getting him transformed, but not a bad transformation by any stretch. But let's get in close here so we can take a look at that beastie noggin. Focus on the beastie noggin. You want to focus on the beastie noggin. Why don't you want to focus on the beastie noggin? There you go. There's the beastie noggin. Why didn't you like his beastie noggin, camera? How dare you? That's disrespectful. But anyway, you got some nice detail there in the face. Nice long beak there, done in yellow. Even the eyes are painted in. Again, love the texture here. It's molded into the body. You got the spots just going straight down the back. Again, you got a nice texture going down the wings. There you have the beastie booty, legs. I mean, the robot mode hands are, they're right there. It's the nature of the beast, no pun intended. When it comes to beast formers, there's always going to be some robot mode bits hanging out somewhere. You know, it is what it is. Got the little claws hanging out back there. There you got the belly with the silver and the red going on. But all in all, not too shabby, not too shabby. He slides as flying thing. We're not going to do that. You're going to do it. Just, yeah, he flies. You can fly. See, look, he flies. He flies like flying things should. Hooray. Hooray for flying. And for comparison, I don't have an original Terrorsaur, but I do have the Kingdom Terrorsaur. So you can see how that works out. And here he is with the masterpiece Megatron. So you can see how they look together. So there you go. Now as far as articulation goes, the head can move up and down. It can rotate, can do a full 360. The mouth can open and close. You even have a hinge there at the tongue. So you have an articulated tongue there. He also has posable eyes. And if we use tweezer here, you can see you can grab hold of his eyes and have his eyes looking around. So you can have him looking back, looking forward, looking up, looking down, whatever you want to do there. And I think that's really cool. As far as the wings go, the wings are pretty much locked in place just due to the way he transforms. The very tips of the wings, you still have some joints to work with there. Move them up and down. As far as his little legs go, again, you can kind of move those up and down some. You have rotation here at the little back claws, and they can open and close here like that. And that is pretty much it. Now, as far as these go, there's nowhere to store them on the base that I found anyway, but you can store them underneath the wings. You can use these tabs and slots right here, and they do fit, and they will stay. And one thing also, when I have all this together, I notice that these tabs here tend to come undone. Again, I didn't get instructions with this, so I could just totally be doing something wrong. I have no idea, but just letting you know that that's a little bit, for me anyway, that doesn't come together too well. But again, I could just be doing something wrong. But you can take that, and you can at least have those little cannons under the wings. Hey, things you can do if you want to do it. So there you go. So there you have Air King, and yeah, nicely done figure in my opinion. Now, bear in mind, this is a review sample, so things could get tweaked for the final, so any issues that I pointed out throughout this review could very well be fixed for the final. But the robot mode looks really good, the beast mode looks really good, love the coloration on this figure, just really pops, looks great as far as I'm concerned. Transformation, for the most part, works pretty well. Again, I hate that neck panel in beast mode that you have to kind of force past those other parts. Hate that. That panel just needed to move out a little bit more. That wouldn't have been an issue. A little bit of fiddle factor, getting the wings together, but, you know, once you get the angles just right, everything comes together just fine. You know, a little bit of fiddle factor, but nothing frustrating. But all in all, I am quite pleased with him, and he will be displayed proudly with my Masterpiece Beast Wars figures, so There you go. Now, if you would like to pick this up for yourself, you can pre-order it from bumbusbee.net. I'll put a link to their site in the description down below so you can check that out. You can also get this figure from bigbadtoystore.com, as always linked in the description down below so you can check that out as well. You can also check out my third-party Transformers playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love Peace Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Metagate Air King, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Your time is up, Megatron. I am taking over as leader of the Predacons.
Terrorsaur, don't you know better by now than to challenge me?
Oh, hey! You're trying to kill your Megatron too?
Well, yes, I am.
So am I! We have so much in common! Step into my office! We'll share Megatron killing tips!
Oh, no.